welcome back to the Academic League of Iivar. So the main goals now at this point are to stabilize the vast new territory that I've acquired. If I have the strength, take out these marauders over here. Let's address the most unstable planets. These are because they have been bombarded. This planet just has awful stability. Let's prioritize the soldier jobs, and then let's put this planet under martial law. That gives me 20% stability. Let's distribute luxury goods to get a bit more amenities. Yeah, let's replace this gene clinics with hollow theaters. Yeah, once this assimilation finishes, I'll have more jobs to be able to help stabilize this planet, so that should be fine. And then as this devastation ticks down, that should help too. Let's see, where's my other low stable planet? Oh yes, Jara, which has been completely bombed into the ground. This is another big problem. Let's do another declare martial law on Jara. Once I finish some of this assimilation, I'll be able to get them working soldier jobs. That should help a lot with the stability situation. Let me find a nice, like, where to place my sectors. Let's place a sector here. Sounds good. That way I cover all of these planets. That's probably similar to what they already had going on. Okay, so let's put a sector over here. That way I cover all of these planets. Let's put a sector. I'm not going to have the best sector positioning, I suppose. 1, 2, on here. That covers a good amount of territory. And then one over here. This one, just out of reach. Okay, sure. All right, that should be all of my sectors done. Oh wow, I have 1,000 pops. And then I'm going to continue expanding out this way. That's that all dealt with. I have a ton of planets. There's kind of the thought, once I stabilize these planets and get them under control and all the pops assimilated, maybe I consider doing some kind of releasing as vassals, just because of the pure one problem is my empire size is absolutely massive at this point from this war, which means my technology cost is absurd and my tradition cost is absurd. So there is a thought that once some of these worlds are stabilized, I start releasing a good amount of this territory as vassals, just so that I can keep my empire size down, really. So let me go back into my ship designer. I think it's time to move away from the all Corvette strategy. I was noticing during my experience with the war against the Bihar, I lost a lot of ships. It was chaotic. It was a mess. I was disorganized, and I would say that I definitely could have done better there if I had had a different fleet composition. The new rework with all of the ship designer stuff and like adding in frigates, I've never really gotten, well, I would say I'd never gotten used to that, but to be fair, I've never been used to the old system either. I've just never been good at like ship design, really. Usually my strategy is just spam more ships. I forget what the wormholes were. That was one of my biggest problems during the conflict, was that I did not keep good track of the wormholes situation. Hejam Concern is still dealing with this. I wonder what'll be the result. It looks like they've done okay in the war. They're actually occupying quite a bit of territory of the Hejam Concern, so there might be a chance that the Hejam Concern does not survive this civil war. By the way, my diplomatic weight is a little bit higher than the next best diplomatic weight in the galaxy. 50.7k compared to 2.5k is the next best. So I'm kind of at the point that I don't think anyone can oppose my votes. Protection racket on Bihar. The gangsters controlling Bihar have instilled a extensive protection racket. Since the planet's true judicial and law enforcement systems have proved unable to deal with organized crime, the population feels it has no choice but submit to the authority of these criminals. This has had a serious effect on productivity. Yeah, I should probably deal with this. Let's start by replacing this stronghold with some precinct houses, and then I'm going to launch an anti-crime campaign. This planet's still trying to stabilize, doing the best I can. There you go. Now it's stable. Let me see, what mega structures would I want to get? Maybe a science nexus? That could be cool. Sure, let's build it over here. Definitely don't want regulated growth. That would be awful. Empire size from systems. I'm already really struggling with empire size. I don't need any extra issue with that. Gateway travel, good. Let me get some gateways set up. Disabled gateway over here. Sure, let's upgrade it. And let's see, how would this planet be on its own? Let's replace this with hollow theaters and then build up an industrial district. That way this planet will be self-sufficient so that the AI doesn't immediately collapse when it gets released. It is done. Today we present the galaxy with one of our grandest accomplishments yet, the joining of our hyper-relay network with that of our friends, the Citizen Coalition of Wolius. Lavish ceremonies have been held throughout the Academic League of Iivar, heralding this proud new link we share. It is said that for the moment all petty jealousies have been forgotten, all apathies and indifferences cast aside, blended with this sense of pride and ambition is shared with the confidence in the days to come. Working side by side, we have torn down a barrier we once thought insurmountable, ushering in a new age of mutual prosperity and friendship. Oh, the Hejam concern is making a push back on the T0 Enterprises. They've conquered some of this territory. Go ahead and release this sector. I think every planet is stable here. I just want to make sure actually, let me go sector management. I don't want to release them until they're, like, stable, so that the empire doesn't collapse in on itself. Oh, this is a massive consumer goods deficit. Yeah, I don't want to release this sector until I deal with that. Let's just turn this world into a factory world and replace this with a civilian factories. Some food for them. Oh, they're lacking some volatile motes as well. So let's get a little bit of that somewhere. I solve the sector, make it a sector that's self-sufficient, that doesn't have any rogue resources. That way the AI has a good base to build off of. The Senate has ratified the creation of a standing multinational military force intended for the defense of the galactic community. This galactic defense force will recruit its personnel from all community members, who are also required to contribute resources towards the construction of its fleets. With the GDF being placed under the direct command of the Academic League of Iivar, the current galactic custodians, some fear that this potentially massive armada could be used as a tool of oppression. Others, however, applaud its creation, referring to it as the galaxy's first line of defense. The galaxy will become a safer place. How is Jara doing? It is now plenty stable. Let's end the martial law. That's good. Where was the other planets I had martial law on? Oh, here. Yeah, let's end the martial law. Cool. Yeah, I think I got it all. Cool. Yeah, actually, this stabilized really fast. And at this point, I've added cybernetics to all of the beer. I'm thinking both the pre-key that I added cybernetics to and the beer that I've added cybernetics to. There's like an additional module in there that kind of like reduces their aggressive tendencies and makes them a little less fanatic purifier. Let's create a template. Let us add the loyalty circuits to the beer. And I'll do the pre-key after this. To truly justify that, yeah, these fanatic purifiers must be loyal, and they must not do what they have done again. Efficient processors might be nice. More resources from jobs. Sure. Let's do this. So let's create this template. The loyal and efficient processors apply template to the entire species. This is probably going to take a while. 11 months. Okay, that's not too bad. My research is actually pretty good. And then once that is done, I will create a template for the pre-key. We'll also add the loyalty circuits, and we'll remove decadent so that they're satisfied just being a worker. And we'll also remove solitary. So they are a, fully functional good species. So let's create this template. And once I can, I will apply that as well. They shall be corrected. Their species was a mistake. We are fixing the mistake using our technology. Introduce the Galactic Standard. Get an extra monthly influence. That sounds good to me. Galactic Standard is a new language that has been specifically designed for ease of use by all sapients, regardless of their physiology. By introducing a single language to all official galactic community functions, it is hoped that translation mishaps may be avoided. Yeah, let's propose this. There's reasonable support. Not that I need reasonable support to propose anything. My galactic defense fleet, I have constructed a little bit of it. It's not particularly strong at this moment, but here's the beginnings of the Galactic Defense Force fleet. Now, all of the beer, is it in the galaxy? No. Okay, there's a couple beer in other places in the galaxy. I guess the planets the Kingdom of Chirk ended up grabbing because they got like a little bit of this northern sector. Not much of it, but a little bit. Still have some of the old beer, but any of the beer that were within my territory are now have loyalty circuits and efficient processors, so that's pretty good. These are the new cybernetic traits that you can add once you go down the cybernetics tree. And then the pre-key, let's apply this template as well to all of the pre-key. Again, I think the pre-key have more pops in other parts of the galaxy. Well, obviously, like the pre-key and Shipping Alliance has pre-key pops. but all the ones within mine, at least, should be corrected. I should have done this a long time ago, but yeah, now I've done it. So, and then with that, let me start releasing some vassals. Completely self-sufficient. So they're not negative any resource. That way the AI doesn't totally mess things up. So let's create a vassal. Northern Bihar state. Sure. So now we have the Northern Bihar state. So the nice thing about releasing a vassal is that they start with your exact same ethics. They start with your civics. Of course, their pops have differing ethics than the government. But yeah, they have a lot of xenophobe within their empire. So that may be an issue later on. Offer trade deal. Let's give them some of the nearby systems just to clean up the border. Let's give them some of these territories in the nearby region. Cool. Oh, I missed one. Come on, accept the trade deal, please. Cool. Northern Bihar state. It's a self-sufficient sector. Hopefully that the AI doesn't screw this up too quickly. I got in trouble last time that I messed around with giving the AI control over certain territory. Science Nexus construction. Cool. Let's continue it to the next stage. Wow, the rebelling Tizru Enterprises is actually not doing too bad. They've occupied a huge amount of the Hijam concern. I think they're about to win. I think they're just going to totally annex the Hijam concern. I don't want any one individual state be too powerful. Gateway site. Let's build a gateway in Avo for by the hyper relay network. Maybe Septrim. Remember this system? Sure, let's build one in Septrim. Create vassal. Central Bihar state. Sure. Create vassal. Sure. End of the Hijam concern. So the Tizru Enterprises has won the war. That's interesting. Would you like to become my vassal then? I can't miss on the opportunity, you know, to be the total hegemon of the galaxy. Let's propose this. There we go. We have another vassal. I'm actually really glad that civil war happened, you know? I'm seeing a lot of this beautiful blue-orange color throughout the galaxy. I think at this point, there's not much left to do. I'd like to release all these sectors, though. I think that'd just be fun, just because I'm excited by, you know, interesting borders. I really like lots of, like, little vassal states that each have their own kind of a unique flavor. I don't really like one power that just has their name everywhere. Northwest Bihar state. Sure. Nice and small one. All of my vassals are extremely loyal, so that's very good. Pretty much everyone in the galaxy likes me, except for the civilian shard, which I really don't want to deal with them. I don't like fighting fallen empires. And let me show why I don't like. Look at the armies, this garrison. Remember how long I had to bomb Beer? That was like almost the entire video I was bombing Beer. This is twice that size, or more than twice that size. Ugh. Such a headache. It's a sad day. My genius maniacal scientist that was also a cyborg has died, unfortunately. Time to move on, I suppose. Oh no, I knew this would happen. They have become more outwardly xenophobic. Yeah, I expected this to happen. They're my subject though, so hopefully that should I'll be able to keep them in check. Even if one of them turns fanatic. The nice thing is that I've broken them into a lot smaller states that are independently a lot weaker. Unified, they are strong. Broken apart and turning their own, like if they, you know, rebel or whatever, if just the Northern Bihar state rebels, the rest of them are going to join me as my vassals to take them out. So it should still be fine. And it just looks so cool on the map, seeing like their territory all broken up like that. That's just so fun, in my opinion. Build a gateway here by this wormhole, I think maybe should be good. Order restore on Bihar. With a significant reduction on crime, the planet's once pervasive criminal underworld has been reduced to nothingness. The population has been imbued with a new sense of safety and harmony. Cool. I can end the anti-crime campaign now. Western Bihar state. Sure. Create vassal. Southern Bihar state. Finally, my empire size is down to only 653 from the, what was it, like 2,000 before, or close to 2,000. What was the Bihar Bloodletters territory is now broken into the Northwest Bihar state, the Northern Bihar state, the Western Bihar state, the Central Bihar state, and the Southern Bihar state. Their people are not united under one banner. That would be bad. Fortunately, I got the shared destiny so that I don't suffer penalties from having multiple subjects. Otherwise, this would have been a very bad idea. But this way they're all loyal. Science Nexus Hub has been completed. Let's keep building it up. Governing ethics in the Western Bihar state. They have become more xenophobic as well. Let's go ahead and finish off the Marauders. S20 Reavers. You have been let loose for too long and you let me down that last episode. Time to absolutely destroy you. I'll set the difficulty level to a higher setting next playthrough. This is far too easy at this point. I've not even lost a single war or anything interesting, so I apologize for it being way too many victories, I would say. The recent destruction of one of their large void dwellings at the hands of the Academic League of Iivar has prompted the Estwani to unite under a single great Khan for the first time in history. This mysterious warlord, who, according to some accounts, is a powerful psychic, has convinced the Estwani to put aside their differences for the sake of continued survival. Great war fleets from previously hidden away anchorages are being created by eager Estwani warriors and restored into working order. Under the inspired leadership of their great Khan, they now demand vengeance from the galaxy for their lost kin. I am Garneth Ovgut, Great Khan of the Estwanian Horde, and I am here to announce to the galaxy that a new age is upon us. The dark era where Estwani would senselessly butcher one another for scraps of resources or a misguided sense of horror has finally come to an end. I have promised my people a new beginning through the formation of a great empire that will forever enshrine the name of the Estwani species into the annals of galactic history. To those who would stand in our way, know this: I will stop at nothing to realize the true destiny of my people. If you oppose this, the Estwanian horde will grind you into dust. We'll see about that. We will indeed see about that. This is a massive battle. I have no idea how well I'm doing. I hope I'm winning. I cannot tell in this mess of ships. Oh my gosh. The game is lagging. So many ships spawned out of nowhere from that event. Oh my gosh, there's so many ships. This is insane. Gateway site ready. Yes, upgrade that. Sure. Wow. This is a chaotic... Oh my gosh, there are so many ships here. This is the largest battle the galaxy's ever seen. Even with the Bihar bloodletters and all of their fleets, the galaxy has not seen such destruction on this side. Oh my gosh, look at all of the destroyed pirate ships. This is insane. Oh, wow. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, okay, we won. They didn't really stand a chance, even though they united. They might have unified, but it was too late. Too little, too late. Pop in, and here are my fleets. The final siege of the S20 Reavers. I was scared for a moment that unification could have actually destroyed my fleet, but no such luck for them. Let's go ahead and repair. Federation invitation. Coalition of Wolius. I talked earlier about why I didn't want to join their federation, but now you really think you'd be bold enough? No. No. All right, ships. Time to go take out the Great Khan. The Great Khan has a lone ship going throughout the galaxy, trying to deal some damage. You tried to unify it, but it was not enough. The Great Khan meets defeat. In spite of her vaunted military genius, Ganoth Ovgut, the Great Khan of the Estwanian Horde, has met with defeat in the Demia system. When the armada she was commanding was lost in battle against forces belonging to the Academic League of Iivar, the Great Khan and her closest officers fled into hyperspace in a small shuttlecraft. Even now, Ganoth Ovgut is busy assembling a new armada to resume her conquest, but this victory has brought some much-needed respite to those who oppose the relentless advance of the Estwanian Horde. So the Great Khan is not infallible. All right, where are you going to pop up again? Huh? Yeah, where are you going to pop up again? I dare you to do it. Great Khan presumed dead. Despite concerns that Great Khan would somehow resurface at the head of a new battle fleet, the utter defeat of the Horde seems to have made that impossible. Although no body has been found, the Great Khan is believed to have died when the last of the Horde's stations and starships were destroyed. Meanwhile, our crews have continued to sift through the wreckage of the Great Khan's former flagship. They found a large blood-stained chair floating in space, and they are reasonably certain that this piece of furniture was in fact the Great Khan's throne. But yeah, I mean, I would say at this point the Academic League of Iivar has gotten a firm grip on the galaxy. Given enough time, I could easily win the game. Let's just see the situation long victory. Yeah, we're in first place of victory, and I don't see anyone being able to catch up anytime soon. For any of you who have stuck around until the very end, thank you very much for watching this series. I hope it was enjoyable. I realize it's not dramatic enough necessarily. I have a lot of plans for improving in the next playthrough that I do. So with that, I'm going to say that this is the final episode of the Academic League of Iivar. Thanks for watching, and with that, goodbye.